Hey guys. So, I just want to do a quick video because I'm running really late with this, to do my monthly TBR, which isn't really much more than what I'm about to explain, and then 2 other books. So starting literally 2.5 hours is the Alphabethon. Round 10, which means we're reading the letter J. I'm co-hosting again with a bunch of other awesome people. And I needed to get my TBR video up, and I haven't even filmed it yet. So, here's this. It's gonna be really bad because it's gotta go up, like, now. So, I have my laptop here with the challenges and what books I'm reading for what challenge. And then at the end of the video, I'll go over the other 2 books I'll be reading this month, because we're already at the 16th of February and I haven't even talked about what I'm reading. And yeah, so anyway, so I'm just gonna really quickly go through the challenges and what books I'm reading, and then I'll talk about the other 2 books, and then yeah, so quick video today. Just as a forewarning, this is really weird that I'm uploading these out of order, but again, haven't filmed the other one yet, but this one's more important to me right now. I'll be filming my wrap-up either later tonight or tomorrow for January, and I'll upload that in a little while. Or depending on how the first couple days go of the Alphabethon, I might just wait and wrap up both months at the beginning of March. I have a lot going on in the next 2 weeks because we're getting ready for the high school musical and I'm stage managing, so I have a lot going on with that and working on other pieces leading up to it. So we'll see if I end up filming that other video. I might just wait until February's done and do a wrap up for both months in one. I did read 4 books last month, which was awesome. 2 of which were audiobooks, but for my goal for this year, reading 4 books was amazing. So let's see how much I read this month, and then we'll go from there. So really quickly, there are 7 challenges for the Alphabethon. The first one is to read a book with 2 J's, so either it's the start of the book title or the author's first name or the author's last name, whatever it is. So for this one, I am reading Gilda Joyce and the Dead Drop by Jennifer Allison. So Joyce and Jennifer. For this one, this is the 4th book in the Gilda Joyce series. I read the Ghost Sonata like 2 or 3 months ago now, I think. And this book is a lot shorter. This one's about 300 pages. I think the other one was 350 or so. But it's a middle grade, so this should go pretty quickly. But we'll see. Then for the second challenge, which is read a book with jewelry on the cover, I am reading The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. And there's the main jewelry for this book cover is, there's an earring right over here on this girl's ear. So just to get a quick, easy romance into this week. Give me 1 second. I have to let my cat out. Okay, back. She needed out of the room for some reason. So yeah, reading The Wedding Date. Hopefully this goes pretty quick. It's an adult romance, so I don't think it'll take me that long to get through. But it's about 300 pages or so we'll see. And then for read a book under 200 pages, which is the 3rd challenge, I'm reading Lady Susan by Jane Austen. There is an ebook and audiobook version on one of my 2 ebook audiobook apps called Hoopla, which I can rent stuff from my library, and so they have both the ebook and the audiobook on there. It's 180 pages as an audiobook, or as a book form. So it is under 200, and it's also only a 2.5 hour long audiobook, so no matter what, I'll get through pretty quick, because I normally listen to books at 1.5 or 1.75 speed, So no matter what, I'll get it done in like an hour and a half at max. So that'll be a pretty quick read, especially with how much I have going on this week. I'm looking forward to having a quick, easy audiobook to listen to, or just a regular easy book to read. Then the fourth challenge is to read a book over 400 pages, which I have a couple of books. Is this book also? I'm not going to show it to you guys yet, but this one might also be, it's close. It's not quite though. So for that, read a book over 400 pages, which I'm going to be reading Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. So J is in for Joe. Spoiler alert, I may have actually finished Order of the Phoenix last month, which was very exciting for me. So I will talk about that in my wrap up more. But yeah, so this book is obviously over 500 pages, 652 pages. So I'll mainly be listening to audiobook for this one. But obviously I have the physical book to mark where I am at on Goodreads and stuff like that. So I'll be reading that one. Challenge number 5 is read an entire book while still in your jammies. So for this one, really truly it could be any of these books. I'm not assigning a specific book to read with that. Now, for the most part, the Jane Austen book that I'm listening to or Harry Potter will probably mostly be listened to while I'm in my pajamas, because I listen to audiobooks most often as I'm going to bed. I listen to them for an hour or two before I go to bed, depending on when I start them. So in doing that, that means that I will listen to those most of the time, probably completely in my pajamas. But I also have Persuasion by Jane Austen, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, and Tempest by Julie Cross. That I didn't put these to any challenge because they didn't really fit any of them very well. And I have a lot of Jane Austen books I could pick from. I also have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I have a couple other ones that I could possibly read, but they aren't quick or easy. Obviously, most Jane Austen books are 500 or 600 pages, as well as just being a more difficult, like they were written in a different time period, so comprehending them sometimes takes a little bit longer for me, which is why like Persuasion is short enough that I could read that this week and it would be an issue. But so we'll see what that one ends up being, but we'll see about that one. Then join a friend in reading, buddy read a book sort of thing. Michelle, who started the Alphabethon, one of her books on her TBR is Just Listen by Sarah Dessen, and I happen to have that book, and I read this back in middle school, I think, but it's going to be a reread, so I figure I still have it. I need a buddy read book. I'll pick this one up and join her in reading this. It'll be nice too to have a book that I'm rereading. Hold on one moment. I'm back again. Little one down here wanted some attention and wanted back in to my room. She's like, I don't like being held like that. Please don't do that. So anyway, yes, I'll be reading that along with Michelle for that one. And then the last challenge is to read a book that was released in the month of June or July. And for that one, as long as I read The Dead Drop, I will be reading Gilda Joyce and The Bones of the Holy, which is the 5th Gilda Joyce book in that series, the 5th and final in that series, which will mean I'm finally done with Gilda Joyce after however many years since I first started it. I also have the option of reading Tempest by Julie Cross. That was released in January, which is still a J-titled month, but I'll probably just be reading Bones of the Holy since I'll probably be reading The Dead Drop as well. So, anywho, that's it for the Alphabethon. Sassy, come here. She now wants out again, and I am not doing this again. Sassy. Just not paying attention. So just really quick, the other 2 books that I have kind of on my TBR, one of them I'm already currently listening to, is Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. I'm listening to the audiobook right now. I'm trying out listening to the audiobooks because it takes up so much less time that I could just put them on and listen to them, and it's just a different way of taking in the story, which is kind of fun. And then I also hope to get to Battle of the Labyrinth this month, the graphic novel version. So that is all the really things that I'm going to be reading this month. Let's see how Alphabethon goes. It'll be interesting to see how well I do this week with everything else I have going on. Luckily, I have a couple audiobooks to sprinkle in, but we shall see. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I will have my wrap-up up either at the end of this month with the February books and the January books combined, or I'll have it up in like a week with just my February book or just my January books, talking about those. So, anywho, that is it for this video today, guys, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Goodbye!